if you are sort of outgrowing friends or you're wanting to make new friends, it's a really difficult thing to do it as you sort of get older. How can, your clients, guys listening to this, how can they make friends with people doing the things they want to do?
This is a big challenge for me. I'm in my, I guess I'm getting in my mid-40s now, and I've got a family, and we moved to a new area just a few years ago, and this is the challenge for me. My community is now spread out all over the country, sometimes even the world. So this is a challenge for me. Like, I've got a few of my buddies. We make a point to get together a few times a year. We go surf together. We go hang out on the beach, whatever we're going to do. We have to work at it. That's the first part. But then I've noticed that even in the new area where we live, finding people to hang out with, it's a real challenge. And so it really just comes back to, we've got to be active. You can't be holed up in your house, stuck on your phone and trying to make friends, and expecting to make friends in that way. It's go out and do the things that you love to do. Even if it has nothing to do with personal development or this and that, like, just get out there in the world and start doing the things that you want to do, and put yourself in situations where you're going to bump into those other people. And that's a vulnerable place. That's a scary place. That's where we can get rejected. It's where it's uncomfortable. There's those awkward kind of like, hey, how you doing? I'm so-and-so. What do you do? Oh, what do you do? Like that kind of small talk stuff can get really awkward at times. It is for me. But you got to do it. If you want a community, you got to get out there and swing at it. So I can definitely relate to this question. It's really challenging, and it just takes perseverance to get out there and interact with people. Good. It takes time to build friendships, man. It takes years. It takes years of accumulated experiences to really build those relationships.
Because that's something I've struggled with as well. I moved to a new city about 5 hours away from where I grew up, just to get these kind of opportunities. And it's something I've struggled with. I've had to make friends through the gym and, going to the cinema and things like that. But it's very sort of cliquey kind of friends, They don't interact in that kind of altogether. It's a weird one. But perseverance is something that I'm going through myself, so I can appreciate your pain.
One thing I appreciate about my wife, we're both pretty introverted, but we've moved several places in the country since we've been together, and she typically, every time we move somewhere, she throws a party. She doesn't wait to be invited to anything. She's the one that throws a party and invites the people that are around us to that. And so that's another way. Like, a lot of us are kind of waiting, like, how come nobody's inviting me to this and nobody's inviting me to that? Well, be the one that invites people. Put something up on Facebook or whatever. Just go walk door to door and put some invitations in there in the mailbox. But what happens? I love that stance, though. Like, I'm the one that creates the community. I'm not waiting for somebody to invite me into something. What if you were the one that created that? And so that's always challenging for me. And like, what am I doing? I'm typically sitting around waiting for an opportunity to show up instead of being the one to go out and create it.